This is my Kali Linux in here, which is installed on the virtual box on my Windows 7, which is my host system. So in here, if we type in the terminal, this is the terminal. Let's say that we said if we buy a VPS or dedicated server, some remote machine would be assigned to us. Now if we want to access to that remote machine, we say for example SSH and then the destination IP address, let's say for example it's just 4.5.6.7, and then we would be provided by the username and the password which that organization or that website, that hosting service had assigned to us, which we have bought from it, and then we could connect to our system. After hitting enter, the only thing that would change would be that this name in here and nothing else would change. Everything that we type from then would be applied to that remote system. So it doesn't have any other difference if we have if we are doing this in our system or a remote machine. But what I'm going to do in here is to make our own Kali Linux, which is installed on a virtual box as a web server. If you want to buy a remote system, it wouldn't have any other difference. So we said that the first thing that we need to do in order for our server to act as a web server is to install a web server application like Apache. Kali Linux by default has the Apache 2 installed on it, but if you have any other version of Linux, you could just say apt get install and then Apache 2. Using this command, you could install any program that you want. Now if you hit enter, as you see, it says that the Apache 2 is already installed. So if you have Kali Linux installed on your system, you would already have the Apache 2. Now what Apache 2 does is that all the files in a certain directory in this system would be served as a website. What I mean is that just by running the Apache 2, the HTTP implementation, the files as a certain directory would be accessible using the World Wide Web by the HTTP protocol. So in here we want to start the Apache 2 application. The first thing that we need to do is to use a command in Kali Linux which is service. So if we say service and then Apache 2, we could say the status in here. If we hit enter, as you see, it says that it is currently inactive. So I press Q, and in here we say service again, Apache 2, and then start to start this service. Now we hit enter. If we run the status again, as you see, it says that active or running. So right now the Apache 2 is currently running. As you see, it says that starting the Apache HTTP server.